Nobody is safe from the rages of Zimbabwe's First Lady. Drive. Amae Grace Mugabe. There was the young South African model Grace lashed with extension cords. 93-year-old President Robert Mugabe's longtime and usually trusted ally Emmerson Mnangagwa was next in the firing line. He was sacked because his supporters allegedly booed her at a rally. The consequences of her vengeance may have led to a coup headed by Zimbabwe's Army Chief General Constantino Chiwenga, who is commonly perceived to be Mnangagwa's protege. But ex-freedom fighter Mnangagwa has his own presidential aspirations. Mnangagwa has been exiled from the party in which he has served since he was a teenager. But he is not just skulking in the political wilderness. On arrival in South Africa, he issued a statement calling those who wanted him out minnows. He promised to control his party very soon and urged his supporters to register to vote in the national elections next July. As if to back Mnangagwa, on November 13, General Chiwenga announced that he and his officers could not allow the counter-revolutionary infiltrators, implied to be behind Grace Mugabe, to continue their purges. Factions and purges. Chiwenga declared that the armed forces must ensure all party members attend the extraordinary ZANU-PF Congress next month with equal opportunity to exercise their democratic rights. He flashed back through ZANU-PF's history of factionalism, reminding his listeners that although the military will not hesitate to step in, it has never usurped power. Chiwenga promised to defuse all the differences amicably and in the ruling party's closet. Although this airbrushed more than it revealed about the party's rough patches when leadership vacuums appeared, the statement appeared more as a cautionary note than a clarion call to arms. It's not often a coup is announced before it starts, but once in motion, direction, and history can change. Grace Mugabe may have unleashed a perfect storm and her own undoing. All the shenanigans that have inspired the generals to consider a coup have set the stage for an extraordinary ZANU-PF Congress this December instead of in the expected 2019, that is, before rather than after the July 2018 national elections. This suggests some people were in a hurry to settle the succession issues for the president, who is now showing every one of his 93 years. Maybe Robert Mugabe won't rule until he is 100 years old? If not, and members of his family or party wanted to keep their dynasties alive, they had to work quickly lest some similarly inclined contenders are in their way. These contenders include Mnangagwa and a slew of his Lacoste faction consisting of war veterans and the odd financial liberal. The best known of these is Patrick Kayamasa. This former finance minister tried to convince the world's bankers he could pull Zimbabwe out of the fire. He was demoted to control cyberspace and then fired. Perhaps he may make a comeback in the wake of the semi-coup. The pro-Grace faction includes the members of Generation 40, or G-40. Many are well over 40.